From Cheater's surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
We're together right now at your studio.
What the hell's going on? What the are you doing? You're my boyfriend, you bitch!
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
With too many questions concerning her boyfriend's outside activities, Diane Taylor comes to Cheaters. Desiring answers from the professionals, Diane begs for help. I'm Clark Gable, and this is Cheaters.
I was in a really bad accident, and I got burned and lost my independence. I was gonna have to go back and live with my parents for a while, but then Pierre stepped in and was ready to take that leap with me and said, you know what? Come live with me, your boyfriend. I will take care of you. I will provide everything that you need. I had 4 surgeries in a span of 2 years. He was there for every single one of them. He took me to all of my appointments and picked me up when I needed a ride. He was just there for me the entire time, the whole journey for the burn survivor process. He was there for me. He's my best friend.
Pierre Holloman, age 31, a sound engineer, suspected of creating discord in the harmony of his relationship. Cheaters Intelligence sets up a stakeout covering the suspect's place of employment. Cheaters agents spot Holloman exiting his studio. The suspect retrieves an item from his car. Holloman returns to his studio. Cheaters cameras capture footage of the suspect as he puts on a furry costume. The suspect steps out of the studio, now dressed as a big bad wolf. The suspect greets another person dressed as a kitty cat.
I've noticed a change in how he acts towards me now. He used to be kind of a real hands-on guy, a lot of PDA, and now it's like he almost doesn't even want to touch me when we're in public. Like he's almost ashamed that he's in public with me. Every now and then he would ask me, so, do you want to get married? You know, do you want a ring on your finger? Is that what you want? And I would tell him, you know, we can talk about that. We can go down that road if we're feeling it. But lately, those questions, that kind of talk, it's stopped. The final straw for me was I found our credit card purchases. I saw some things on there that I had no idea what he bought, like why he made these purchases. So when I talked to him about it, instead of explaining to me what he bought, he got really defensive and turned it around on me and was saying, you know, it was none of my business. I had no right to ask him what he was buying, and I basically just needed to leave him alone.
The big bad wolf and his companion kitty walk into the studio. After some time, the two emerge without their headgear, revealing Holloman's pussycat to be a rather comely female. The suspect and his friend walk to the parking lot. Holloman hugs his femme fatale. Cheaters operatives watch as the two separate. The pretty kitty strolls to her car as she waves goodbye. The suspect gets into his vehicle for the drive home to a dejected Diane.
If I caught Pierre with another female, that would be it. I would definitely... I know that I would break some bones, let's put it that way. I've never been cheated on that I know of, so I don't know exactly how I'd respond or how I'd react in that situation, but it can't be good. I see myself really, really losing myself in the moment and just going all out, going to war, me against the world.
With the suspect's schedule provided by Diane, Cheaters detectives continue to stake out the studio. Holloman leaves his workplace. The suspect gets into his car. Tracked covertly by Cheaters agents, the suspect drives across town. Holloman arrives at an unknown house. where his skinless kitty greets and ushers him into the house. Sometime later, the young lady, whose identity remains withheld, accompanies the suspect in costume to his car. The furry couple drives to a downtown hotel. As the hairy pair cross the parking lot, Cheater's PIs note other characters in costume head to the same rendezvous, which happens to be some sort of furry convention. Holloman and his mysterious pussy sign in at the entrance. The two walk to a lobby coffee shop. The costumes must make the furries hot as they remove their masks. Holloman and his date grab a table and eat their brunch. Sometime later, the suspect and his companion, clearly holding hands, walk across the street to a separate hotel. Holloman and his catty female enter the hotel. Shortly, the suspect appears at his vehicle to retrieve a few items. Holloman goes back into the hotel and stays the night. The very next day, the suspect and his feline friend leave the hotel. The pair, clad in costume, return to the vehicle to secure their bags. Holloman pauses to kiss his wildcat. With paws wrapped around each other, the two furries enter the convention. Cheater's investigators note that Wile E. Coyote and his house cat fit right in with all the others in costume. The pair chats it up with a foxy Jedi for a short while. Sometime later, the suspect and his catty companion leave the convention. The Cheaters team follows the slinky pair as they return to the feline's lair. The suspect follows his pussycat inside, and Cheaters prepares the kitty litter for Diane.
Coming up, the confrontation.
Now that Cheaters has compiled the evidence of the suspect's deceitful activities, the call goes out to Diane. Fearful of losing her relationship, Diane decides to view the fuzzy truth.
First thing I'd like to say to Diane is, I understand we pulled you away from a lot of things this evening, so are you ready to see what we come up with?
I guess I'm ready.
All right. Diane, we begin our investigation outside of Pierre's studio. We see him exit, walks over to his car to retrieve something. It looks like fur. So this fur,
he doesn't have a fur coat.
Well, our detectives catch him putting this fur on. He puts on a wolf hoodie and then walks out of his own studio dressed as a wolf in a furry wolf costume. He then met up with this other human dressed in a cat costume as well, a furry cat costume. They go inside the studio and they come back outside. She actually takes off her cat costume and you can see she's a female. Well, they walk over to Pierre's car and that's when we see the two of them embrace with a hug.
I don't get what's going on.
That's fine, and you know what? That's why we're here, so you can figure out what's going on, get you some answers. On this day, we're outside of Pierre's studio. He walks out, goes over to his vehicle, he gets in and he leaves. As our detectives follow Pierre, we see him arrive at this home. He parks his vehicle, walks up with a bag in his hand, and is greeted by that same female in the cat costume.
That's the same one that was at the studio.
Yep, they go inside. A short time later, they come out in full costumes. We see him open up the car door. They arrive at a hotel and they park the vehicle.
What are they wearing? I don't even know what's going on. I don't understand why they're together or where they're going.
I do see something that says Furry's Costume Convention. I see a lot of other people dressed in costume.
A Furry's convention? I don't even know what a furry is. I don't
either. They sit down at the table and have some breakfast and coffee. During this time, Pierre receives a phone call from you, Diane. What you're about to hear is the audio from that conversation. Tell me if there's anything at all you can remember about this.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, baby, I miss you.
Miss you too. What you doing right now?
I'm on my way to the comedy show. Since I'm hosting, Ellie wants me to get there early.
Okay. Who's
I just want to call you on my way up there. How's your trip going so far?
It's going okay.
What are you up to?
Oh, finishing up the conference right now. As a matter of fact, I do need to get back in there, but, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you real quick.
All right. Well, I'll let you go, let you get back to your work. All right. I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
After lying to you, Diane, he finishes up the phone call. And sometime later, they walk across the street together holding hands to another hotel.
Why is he holding her hand? I don't... What does she have? Why is he holding her hand?
After a while, that's when we see Pierre come out to his vehicle, retrieve his wolf costume, and he goes in with a bunch more furries into that hotel.
You know where they're at right now?
Yes.
They're together right now?
They're together right now at Pierre's studio.
At his work?
Yes, at his work.
Studio. Okay, yeah, let's go confront them right now.
All right, if we get on the road and get there in time, we can catch two of them together. You ready to go?
Let's do it.
Right this way, please.
I'm so ticked off right now. I'm hoping I don't break any bones whenever I see him, but I'd make no guarantees.
Just remember one thing. We're here to get answers and to figure out
answers right
why
now.
he did this. So just remember that. And everyone here is here for you. I'm here for you, and I promise you that we're going to get you the answers you deserve. You ready?
I guess.
All right, guys, everybody out.
So he's really in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's going on?
Coming up, the conclusion.
You know where they're at right now?
Yes.
They're together right now?
They're together right now at Pierre's studio.
So he's really in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's going on? Pierre, what the are you doing? What the are you doing? You're my boyfriend, you bitch! What the? Get your hands off me! Get off me!
Here.
Hey! What are you my boyfriend for, you bitch?
What's going on?
Why are you my boyfriend? Who the are you? Why are you screwing somebody else? Why are you screwing somebody else?
What's going on here? Dude,
Why are you my boyfriend? Why are you screwing around my boyfriend?
I didn't even know he was taken,
she didn't know that you were taking your mind out too? What is your problem? What the?
Look.
What is your problem? Pierre, why would you do this?
Cat girl, can I talk to you for a minute? You don't have to take that off, but how did all this happen?
Will you blur me? I'll take my mask off. Will you just blur me?
We'll blur your face. That's fine.
Promise?
Yes, yes. So can you please tell me how all this happened?
All right, so we basically met on chat. I didn't even know he was dating buddy. I don't know what's going on. This isn't my fault. I didn't do anything. He came to me for attention, experience, help, and I just helped him.
What is your problem?
Been dealing with the bills, been dealing with all that, right?
I helped you all finish.
Yeah, but every time I ask you to do something crazy, every time I ask you to do something a little bit off, somehow to your school girl character, now you want to act all funny, right?
I had medical bills.
Look,
I was in a fire and I had medical bills.
But when I met you, I told you I was a freak. Who else is gonna deal with somebody with burns like that if they're not freaky? You know what I'm saying?
A normal ass person, you bitch. A normal ass person.
I've been doing this for a while now, and this has never happened before.
So can you tell me a little bit about how this all works?
We've known each other for about 2 months now. Asking me about what a furry is, if these feelings are correct.
This is
that your costume right there?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to do something new. You know, I'm into different things. I've always been in different things, right? Don't you say no a lot whenever I ask you to do certain things in the room? So
You never told me that you wanted to sleep with somebody else besides me. Do you not understand that?
As far as she goes, she's really not nobody important to me, to be truthful honest with you.
Oh,
it's
so
like
you just want to hold on the side. You're one of those
Look,
guys.
like
Are you
I said,
kidding me right now?
This is something secretive.
Pierre, you're man. Pierre, you me. Pierre, hey.
That's what I want to know.
Like, what is really?
See you.
I'm not even hearing you.
See your
What do you got to say, my man? Because I'm not even hearing you right now. Look, you
So
need a
you
bag of baby right now. I really don't even give a about you. You kick right.
So he lied to you too then. Okay, so you're just a piece of
lady right now. I don't give a about you. Look, we'll talk. Can we handle it? Me and you handle it.
No, the whole world knows how big of a liar and a piece of crap you are right now.
Let's go. Y'all take me home, please. Yeah, come on. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what the this douchebag has done.
You know what? This is a really good tiff.
Yeah,
that I'm going through. You know what?
Yeah.
You mother. I'm done with you. Piece of.
Get your hands off
What you mean
me.
you done with me? You're not done with me.
Make sure he doesn't follow me out here.
It's her choice, man. She says she's done. She's done.
Yeah, we gotta go to the same house, my man. What are you talking about?
Shut up. You do not live in the same house as me anymore, all right?
Oh, have you moved? Have you moved? Did you?
You know what? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't want anything to do with you.
We can do this right now. We can either finish this right now and go to the house.
You're right. Well, this is finished right now because I finished with you.
It's gonna be a too big continue. Look.
There's no to be continued.
What?
All right. Can I talk to you for 1 second since it's just me? No, sorry. You know what I mean? I understand it's one camera, but just me.
What? What do you want to say to me? What do you have to say?
You know I love you, right?
I don't know that.
How do you not know I love you?
Because I saw you cheating with another. No, don't touch me. You can't do that anymore. You can't touch me right now. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me. I'm telling you right now. Please don't touch me.
I got my hands out just so I can talk to you so that way we connect. Can I connect with you for a second? If this is
I'm gonna stop you right there. Get the out of the van, you piece of. Get out. I'm so
If you don't get out, I'm here to get you out, man.
Get out.
I get out. It's not a. That's all right. We still gotta go to the same house anyway.
Lay your hands on her, dude. Good luck.
With the strange events of the confrontation behind her, Diane figures that a tough decision needs to be made. At the end of the show, Cheaters discusses her plans. But next, Lamon comes forward to disclose how he lost both companions when he was uncovered delivering his love to one too many women on Cheaters.
When Cheaters and all that ran up in my face and everything that went down after that, it was really uncovered. It was just my friend, my homegirl that, once I moved up there, I was lonely, didn't really know nobody. We used to just chill, have a few drinks together. That's really all it was. Mimi made into a real big ordeal, which was uncalled for. Then to have Cheaters bum rush you, beer poured on me, it's not exactly how I thought I would end my day.
You don't have time for me? Who the is this?
That's my homegirl. What you
your
mean,
homegirl.
Lamon,
So you making time for your homegirl, but you can't make time for me. But you said you love me and you care about me.
What you mean, man?
What's up,
my homegirl. We having a drink. You seen me do anything out of line? We sitting there at the table having a drink, man.
Really? But you said that you too tired. You don't have time for me.
Are you about to do it for real? What's wrong with having a drink after work, man?
A lot's wrong with having a drink after work. Make time for me. Make that drink happen with me, not her. Who the is that?
Man, this is just my homegirl.
Your homegirl? Is this how you really drinks with your homegirl?
Do you kiss all your homegirls?
Man, slap you. Stop playing with me.
That's how you feel?
That's exactly how I feel.
I was really slowly trying to break it off with Mimi. Because as me and Asia started spending more and more time together, I realized that we had a lot more in common. And after the conversation, Asia started having trust issues with me, when she found out that I wasn't completely honest about Mimi. So after a while, we kind of went our separate ways.
So what is this? What is going on?
Man, you don't even need to worry about this. Go find you some business. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Lamon, what happened, man?
What are you doing?
What you mean by you? All right, man.
Bae? Where the this bae come from?
Lamon, you don't have anything to say?
What you say?
That's what you can say. Tell me the truth.
I ended up hurting two females that I really did care about, Mimi for being there for me, and then, Asia, who I really wanted to be with, and then I ended up losing both of them. But, I've learned my lesson. Now I'm just trying to move forward my life, keep growing as a person, and, make better decisions from now on in relationships and life.
After the confrontation, Diane Taylor still reels from the fact that her boyfriend is now a furry. When questioned by Cheaters producers, the suspect, Pierre Holloman, tries to explain his feelings towards the furry lifestyle. Holloman claims, "I'm not really into it. It was some kinky fun at first, kind of interesting, but it's too hard to have sex in that suit, and it really makes me sweat, a lot." Holloman no longer sees his companion. When approached by Cheaters, the suspect's companion Kitty bares her claws. She expresses, "First of all, you ruined the movie we were shooting. You really invaded our privacy. Secondly, if you had taken the time to try to understand what a furry has to go through trying to live a life in a boring regular world, you might have just left us alone. We were only being ourselves. We don't need people to judge us.
Cheating is a crime. It happens every day. Ugly people running around. Pretty soon they'll have to pay. They think nobody's watching, but you better think again. Another heart is broken.
Now remember, if you don't get your programming from Goldstein's, why, we'll both lose money.